Hello everyone, it's Roommate, and I'm back playing Timeless. Today it's a take two, and I know it's going to be the last video I posted, but I'm playing Creativity again. I really felt I had some major deck building errors, so I've worked on the deck, I've added more lands, I've kind of changed the sideboard around a bit, and I want to see if how this version does in best of three. I've been liking this version more. I've been feeling less mana screwed, and I haven't tested the sideboard yet, but so the game plan, it's still the same basic game plan. You're kind of a control-y mid-range deck that creativities into Vaultborn Tyrant or Atraxa. And yeah, that's the main game plan. I've cut a couple of the one-ofs, added a Ketria Triome, and another land. This deck needs to get to 4 lands like every single game, so I'm up on lands. I've been feeling less mana screwed in my testing with it, so I like this version more. Other than that, it's still playing swords, playing Leyline Binding, the two best removal spells in the format, playing Spell Pierce, Reprieve, Fable, Oko, Minskimbu, Brainstorm. Like, these are all just good cards in the format. Like Fable, Oko, Minskimbu can be seen as kind of slow, depending on the combo matchup, but like any mid-range matchup, which is most of what I see in best of three, like these cards can just dominate. And then creativity, you just go get Vaultborn Tyrants, or you're one of Atraxa, and you can just win the game. In one of my testing games, I just got like 5 Vaultborn Tyrants to enter the battlefield against a Jund deck, and even with a Bowmaster, I still outgrinded them. So this is just a really powerful, grindy card in the deck. Sideboard, still have the Sunset Reveries for burn, zoo matchups, Divine Purge, zoo, go wide decks. You need removal spells. Leyline of Sanctity. I wasn't liking how weak this deck was to Thoughtseizes. Like, one Thoughtseize could actually mess up the deck really good. And like the Storm decks. So just 0 mana interaction before the game. I think it's the I'm testing this. It could just be like play a couple Veil of Summers, like play 3 Veil of Summers, but the deck really doesn't get green mana really fast, and Stomping Ground's not something you want to fetch. So it can be difficult, but I think it's worth testing in the sideboard. Still got the High Noons for Show and Tell and Storm. Ashiok as your anti-graveyard, anti-titan deck, and Force of Vigor for Blood Moon. So I'm going to take this into a best of 3 and see if this updated version is better. Hello, I'm here for round 1 against Itai. I think it's Itai. With creativity, take 2, play him first. I like that. And I see a hand with 2 Vaultborn Tyrants and a Fable. So I need to hit a 3rd land drop, but I do have 1 mana interaction, 1 mana interaction, 3 mana grindy piece. These Vaultborn Tyrants are just so bad, though. It's like a 5-card hand, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. It's basically a 5-card hand. Oh, much better. 1 mana interaction, Brainstorm, Oko. So I actually think I'm gonna put Brainstorm away here. I know, but I think this hand's really powerful, and it's not even weak to Show and Tell because you have the Leyline Binding. So I think Swords, Leyline Binding, Oko is like so good against so many matchups that it's worth binning the Brainstorm and just playing lands. Obviously, you need to cast spells, but so turn 1 Rogren Triome, turn 2 Jund Triome, turn 3 Oko. Oh, it's Mill. Okay. Mill is a terrible matchup. I guess what is good, if this is mill, is I have the ley lines in the sideboard, which is fantastic against mill, and almost worth mulliganing towards against mill. So, yeah, Proving Ground. I'm just gonna play an Oko. Hopefully they don't surgical extraction my Oko. That would be really bad. They do not. So just jam an Oko, and then just have Leyline Bindings, and hope to not die. Oko might not be a fast enough clock. Tasha's is not good against me. Glimpse. Tasha's might be decent now that they've hit all these big cards, but I still have a Dwarven Mine, so I do get an attack for 6 next turn, which is still a 3-turn clock. Glimpse. Yeah, I want to hit a Dwarven Mine. I don't want them all milled. I need to get the fastest clock I can. My turn. Creativity. I have 1 Vaultborn Tyrant left. It's not worth it. I mean, if they just play another Glimpse, I'm dead. They just play anything, I'm dead, so... yeah. I'm at 2 cards. Yeah, I'm 1 turn too short. The last card in my deck's a Brainstorm. Yep. So I can Brainstorm, put 2 big things back, but still dead. 1 turn too short. It's fine. Because I get 4 Leyline of Sanctities. And I gotta take out my binding. Or actually, it might be Swords. It only kills Crab. Binding. And Ashiok can be okay against them, but not really. You know, I think it's just 4 ley lines. There's a good chance that I should mulligan for a ley line. Play first. Leyline Binding, Fables, Okos, keep. Easy keep. They mulligan, that's good for me. I got a pregame. Submit. Just play a tap land. I do need a 3rd land drop. So I think I'm going to go get a... yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to go get a Surveil land. Oh, wait, the Surveil land doesn't matter because they're milling me. So... yep. Resolves. Fable gone. It's not a land. So they can't target me with any of their mill stuff. They have some untargeting stuff. I am just going to Leyline Binding the Mesmeric Orb here. As they counter it. Nope. Yeah, they're holding up a counter spell. So, Tapland's okay. I need to put a threat on the board, obviously. Yeah, keep a land. Pass. End turn. Mesmeric Orb, that's fine. Yep, just gonna try and Leyline Binding it again. And hope that they're on like Archive Trap, Glimpse. Oko's just the faster clock here. So it's definitely the one I want to resolve. They could side it a bunch of Spell Pierces, but Oko is the faster clock, so I'm going to play Oko. Try and get this game over with. And Tasha's is not a good mill spell against me. They can't target me with this Jace, so... because it's target player, so... Yep. This is going to slow the... Oh. Do I creativity here? Creativity X equals 1? Yeah. X equals 1. Target the food. And I get in Atraxa. Okay. I would basically just want to land. I want to keep cards in my deck. Leyline Binding, though, is worth it. And so is Minsc Boo. Sure. I'll just refill my hand. Plus... I don't care about this Jace. So, I'm just going to hold up a fetch for a... what's his face? For a Dwarven Mine. Just get a clock on the battlefield. I want to keep this for a... yeah. So, Leyline of Sanctity, great against Mill. Can't target me at all. I like the Leyline Bindings. Do I want Force of Vigor? I kind of do. They showed Mesmeric Orbs. They might have some interaction. Just taking out Reprieves on the draw. No, Reprieve's still pretty good. I just need to buy a turn or two. No, I'm just going to keep this. Still probably going to mulligan for a Leyline. They have a lot of targeted stuff in their deck. It's kind of like Burn. So, no Leyline. This hand's not good either, because I can't even play a turn 3 Oko, so mulligan. I don't like this hand. Like it's a functional hand, but I have to basically bend. No, can't find the Leyline. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I have to keep 5, and I'm just gonna be on Reprieve in the Oko. Yeah, couldn't find the Leyline, which is unfortunate. But hopefully Reprieve in the Oko gets me there. Rune Crab into their fetch land. Yep. Probably gonna get Archive trapped here. Guess creativity's not looking so hot. Yep. Do I have one Voltborn Tyrant left? I'm just going to get rid of the crab. It's milled me 6 cards, so it's already got value for him, but another fetch land could be a disaster. So this creativity is now useless. Do they have a counterspell? Yeah. It's unfortunate. Into his Mesmeric Orb. Into a Tasha's. Oh. Yeah, I need to draw any clock. Fable. Fable's a clock. It's not a good one, but yeah, Fable's my only way to win the game now. That's unfortunate. How many cards? I have 14 cards. I have 2 reprieves and another Fable and some lands. Yeah, I need to just draw action. Okay, end turn. Leyline Binding, target the Mesmeric Orb. If they counter this, I reprieve. Yep. Reprieve. That's not another reprieve. Yeah. I'm just too slow here. Probably dead to basically anything. Tasha's, yeah. I have interaction in my deck. I guess making the treasures is better. Oh, pathing. Decline. Guess it wasn't. Sure. So reprieve. Probably dead. Like any mill spell kills me. I'm on a 4-turn clock, so end turn. Sure. 9-turn clock. I have 2 reprieves and a spell pierce left. So I guess I'm supposed to just shock that in. It doesn't matter, but I hope this is like an archive trap and I can just reprieve it. No, Mystic Sanctuary, Tasha's. Yeah. That makes sense. Archive trap. Okay, get a reprieve. Spell Pierce. So I am actually discarding cards because I need to draw this reprieve. Didn't find it. So I have 3 cards left and one's the last reprieve. That's unfortunate. Yep. So close. Those games were so close. If I found that reprieve in that Fable draw, then I win the game. But So close against Mill. I'll be back for round 2. Hello everyone. I'm back for match 2 against Puri. And if this was a second fetch land, I would snap keep this, but being one fetch land, I could easily get Brainstorm locked. Yeah, I got mulligan. Much better hand. I think it's Oko. What's better here? Oko? Turn 3 Oko or turn 3 Fable? Against a random person. Fable's normally better. But Oko could also be really good. I'm going to go with Fable. I think Fable's normally better for this deck. If this is show and tell, I have Leyline Binding, which is, I'm not going to say amazing because they often just win on top of you. Yeah, that's why I like to keep Fable. Yeah, just pay 2 life. Oh, that was a misplay. Yeah, if it's show and tell, I'm not going to have to cast the Leyline Binding. This is looking like show and tell. So hopefully if they show and tell, I just get a Leyline Binding and get them. But untapped land? Reprieve. I don't want a reprieve. I'm just going to pass. End turn. Yeah, this is just show and tell. They can take the Omniscience into tap land. No, it's Mana Drain and a tap land. So this is just like blue-black control, so now I know they have a Mana Drain. Hopefully they just jam show and tell. They're not going to. It's on a land. I can't just play into the Mana Drain. They have double counterspell they're holding up. Yeah. I need to draw lands. Yeah, I'm probably dead. Yeah, I can't find another land. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna concede, not let them. They probably know I'm on Leyline Binding. So they probably know that they have to find the Born Upon a win to win on top of a Leyline Binding. Like, there is a chance, like, if they just jam a show and tell, I'm not just, like, straight dead. They're about to just cast Omniscience. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just can never win this game. So I'm just going to concede. Hide what I'm playing, maybe. So this is show and tell, so I want the High Noons and Force of Vigors. I do not want any of these swords. And take out an Oko. It does lower my green. I guess I'm up on green cards anyway, but I guess I could have brought in Leyline of Sanctity too, because they're gonna have Thought Seizes, but I'm not gonna win any game against a control deck where I can't draw more than 3 lands, so. Play first. Yeah, I got a mulligan. Okay. I can keep this. Reprieve and the creativity. Play a Triumph. It's just unfortunate that I build the deck. I'm like, hey, everyone, I added more lands to the deck, so I didn't get mana screwed. And then get mana screwed. Yeah, and mulligan the 5 and I draw 5 lands. Yeah. Yeah. Just get this countered and not have anything to do. Yep. I mean, this is also just a nightmare matchup. They're probably on 12 counter spells. And I can never tap out against them because then they just combo kill, so. This is the nightmare matchup. Sauron's Ransom. You can have Thoughtseize Drown in the Lock. Maybe I draw Creativity. I draw Reprieve. I got a 1/1. Yeah. Reprieve. Oh, come on. Come on. It couldn't have happened last turn. Now they just have double counterspell up and they're gonna Thoughtseize me. I guess there's only 4 cards in my graveyard. So I know they can't Drown in the Lock this. Oh, they only have a Fatal Push? I get a creature? I draw another one. But huh. I have a 6/6 that I don't know if their deck can. They need double Drown in the Lock? They can't cast a spell here. I think, yeah, they obviously don't have a counter spell. Maybe I just happen to get there? That would be cool. Attack. No. I'm just gonna pass. Sure. I also have 5 damage. Like, this can just nug them. They can't combo kill. Resolves. Nice fatal pushes. Okay. Proving ground. And oh, I got to sneak in a creativity. Yeah. I still don't have any good outs. This is the counterspell deck, like full of counterspells. Do I want Leyline? I guess it prevents Sauron's Ransom. It stops Thoughtseize. Maybe it's better than Force of Vigor and Reprieve. Let's try it. So it stops their main card draw spell. And their Thoughtseizes, so it's not worth mulliganing for, but if I spike it in my opening hand, it could be huge. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that was a good draw. There's no way it's ever going to resolve, but yep. So I'm gonna go get the Jund Triome because I want to get the Surveil land. So this is just gonna go get the Surveil land so I can try and draw a spell, and this is going to get what's its face? Sacred Foundry, so I have Domain still. It's just show and tell? No. Surveil land. Nope. Spell Pierce, okay. If they play a card draw spell, I am going to Spell Pierce it. Yep. Spell Pierce. And we'll see what their hand's like. Yeah. I got you. So what am I looking to draw? Oko? Rogren Triumph. Reprieve. That's good against oh, that's gonna kill me. Mana Drain, sure. Just another dig through time. Okay, another Dig time. Fable would be the best draw. I guess Oko would also be really good. Just one of my 3 mana does something cards. Nope. I can't even go get... Oh. Yeah, there's no point in fetching. I'm just gonna die to this Mirrex. This person, did they just side out of show and tell on the sideboard? I would like my Brainstorm. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. That was... I said I'm doing a take 2 because I needed to add more lands, and I added more lands, and I had the same problem. So that looks like egg on my face. 1. Hello, I'm here for round 3 against Val56. I'm going to try and win a match. This hand's a keep. I have my powerful spells. So, yep, definitely going to keep. Trying creativity. They mulligan twice. That's good for me. I'm on the play, so hopefully I draw some good cards. I do need another land. It can really be any land. I'm gonna get the Ketria Triome because I have. Thank you, swords. Okay. I really want to hold this Wooded Foothills to try and get a Dwarven Mine, but I can also just try and rely on Oko. So just gotta hold up the swords in case they jam a 2-drop, and then I can slam my Oko on an empty board, which can just win the game against a Giganta deck. So maybe they try and play a Tarmogoyf. Perfect. And just gonna jam an Oko on an empty board. And what's really good about this is if they do try and play a... Oh, that's sweet. Now I gotta go Planeswalker, and maybe be up for a creativity on 2 on turn 5. So Fable. Okay. So I can creativity X equals 1, or I can Minsc-and-Boo. I'm going to Minsc-and-Boo. I'm still gonna go and get a Dwarven Mine, but mulligan the 5 beating Oko Minsc-and-Boo is going to be really tough for them. And then I have a creativity, maybe for 2, drawing a bunch of cards. Like, I'm a super big threat right here. If they play their own Minsc-and-Boo, that's fine. Yeah. So that was just Planeswalkers winning. They probably know I'm on creativity. This is a Leyline of Sanctity matchup because of their Thoughtseizes. And not really into Spell Pierce against... maybe... Actually, I don't like it on the draw. And I'm going to want to go down a Brainstorm. Yeah. And let's just say, oh, Spell Pierce is replaced by Leyline of Sanctity. Mulligan. I can't go to 5 against a Thoughtseize deck, so I'm just gonna play this and hope to top deck out of a Thoughtseize. That's a fantastic draw. Still kind of weak to a... I am weak to a Blood Moon right now. They're on 1 land. Oh. Okay, so slamming a Leyline Binding. Against the person on 1 land. Okay, that wasn't much of a match. Alrighty, I'm back here for the wrap up. I went 1 and 2 with this version 2, this take 2 of Creativity. I'm not happy that I went 1-2, to be honest. And that third match wasn't really a match. I just opponent mulliganed the 5, and then my opponent kept the 1 lander and played 1 spell. So I'm not happy that I went that. I think this deck is better than 1-2. Yeah, I've been enjoying playing this deck. It's felt really powerful. Vaultborn Tyrant has felt really, really strong. So I think this deck is actually good. I think if you play Creativity, I want to be on the 4 Vaultborn Tyrants before I put in a second Atraxa. As you saw, like that game against the Dimir deck, you just, oh, X equals 2. They can only kill 1 of your things, and you're going to get something. But if it doesn't happen that way, then you can get 2 Vaultborn Tyrants, draw 4 cards, and it's just unbeatable. Where if I got an Atraxa, they still had a full grip of cards in their hand, and they might have the ability to get me to 7 cards in my graveyard to drown in the lock Atraxa, and then I have to fight through all those counter spells. But Vaultborn Tyrant, some decks just can't get rid of both sides. So if you can sneak one out, it's just so powerful. But I like the mana base, except for the 2 off-color fetches. It stinks I have to play these. These are really, really bad in the deck. But you just need the fetch lands for the mana base to function. It's 4 color. You need 10 fetches. I wish I could play Arid Mesa or Scalding Tarn. Those would be really, really strong. But I think this deck's actually pretty good. Maybe Reprieve's not that great. Maybe this should be something else. But sideboard, High Noon is still a fine card. I was actually impressed with Leyline Sanctity when I drew it. I didn't always draw it, but when I drew it, I was very impressed by it. So I kind of like that in the sideboard. Maybe the Force of Vigors just isn't right in the sideboard, but so that's Creativity. I think this deck is better than it's shown in either of the videos I've done. But so yeah, please let me know what you think of Creativity in the format. I think it's pretty good, but we'll see. Bye.